All right, so I just went outside to check things out. It's currently almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm in short sleeves, so I didn't stay very long. But yeah, you can already see the northern lights starting to spark up out there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go put on some warmer clothes, see if I can't get some more pics. All right, so next port was Gravidal, or the Laughlin Islands that we talked about. Weather ain't gonna let it happen.
We were literally in the destination report with the expert listening to all about it. And at the very end, she says, oh, never mind. Now we can't stop. It's a different port. I don't know anything about it. I'll try to figure it out.
Hey guys, it's Tim and Kathy with Taste Life with Us, and we're going to say welcome to part 2.
Yes, we are still in Norway, still in the Arctic Circle, still looking for northern lights and maybe a few orcas.
Maybe.
If we're really lucky. We'll see, but we can't wait to take you with us. We hope you watched part 1 and you saw our hunt for the northern lights so far. And yeah, we're still on the job.
We did change it to the Narvik Island.
Something like that. Still in the Lofoten Islands.
But we have no idea anything about it. Any research we did prior to this is obviously out the window. So we're going to watch a little destination presentation that they were going to try to put together to explain something about this port.
But what is the good news we got?
Good news is it's a high probability of northern lights in the next 2 days, as long as we don't have cloud cover. So we'll see how it goes.
But I'm thinking the wind might work for us because it's extremely windy. It's like 35 mile per hour winds.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll blow away the clouds.
Also, you can see we have been rocking back and forth.
Oh yeah, we're moving.
It's got a good rock to it today.
It's like 12 to 16 foot swells, they said, but we haven't seen that. It doesn't feel like that, but possible, I guess.
Anyway, just want to let you know. Woohoo! All right, so I went up again. It's still just as cold, but I got a jacket on this time. Was able to see a little bit more of it, but still not able to really see it with the naked eye. Try again a little bit later when we start to actually sail out.
Well, we didn't find any northern lights, but what a gorgeous morning this is. And our port of Gravdal got canceled, so we are going to Narvik. And look at the sail-in through this beautiful fjord area. Narvik is on the mainland of Norway, and it's just between the Lofoten Islands, where we were headed, and the mainland. So pretty, you guys. And there's supposed to be orcas. So, truthfully, I am on a hunt for orcas as soon as the sun really comes up. We are actually so glad that the port got swapped out, because not only does this one have more to do, but honestly, you guys, it's like a puzzle box cover, right? How cute is this place? So we're walking around downtown, and it's basically like a functional town. You know, it doesn't really have that much to see. There's a few little things, little museums. They do have some fun stuff to do here, like you can go dog sledding. I'm sure that's a seasonal thing. There's an Arctic train you can take. There's a gondola. It goes like all the way across these. I think clear over to that mountain, and it's like a ski resort. But you can take the gondola, you know, whenever. Some things like that are a little farther afield. But there's no whale watches right now. I guess it's not orca season. They already moved on to Tromsø, and we already went through Tromsø and left, so the orca hunt will continue as we travel the world. Hey, do they have orcas in Antarctica? It's like a war bunker. Pretty cool. right outside the cruise port. There's the ship.
Norway over there, back here is just a room.
There's more doors and openings for weapons to come out.
Well, hey, that was Narvik.
Yeah, what'd you think of it? If you were traveling on land, would you come here?
If I was traveling on land, I would, because there's some different places to go hiking. There's some different World War II things. There's 3 different museums. Yeah, I mean, and if you're here in the wintertime, they're going to hold the National Ski Championships here in 29, I think.
I think it's the International Ski Champ. You'll have to look it up, but it is a big ski resort place, and there is a lot of like outdoor adventure type things to do around the area that I think if you're on land, you know, they take a little more time, so that might be good. It's not terribly far from the border of Sweden.
No.
That Arctic train goes right to the border of Sweden.
Yes, it does.
And it's a cute place. It's supposedly has like milder weather than most of Norway.
Yeah, the jet stream tends to come down through here and keeps it a little warmer. In fact, early on during World War II and before that, they used this particular harbor because it doesn't ice over.
And it seems more protected. Like this is the first place that hasn't been super windy.
No, it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, we just have on sweatshirts and a long sleeve shirt. It's not
Puffy vest.
Yeah, well, I only have the 2. But yeah, it's been very pleasant. Yeah.
It has been.
It's a good place. Good morning. It's only 5:39, but we're awake and we're pretty sure it's still dark. So
Let's go on a hunt.
you never know what you're gonna find. We might find some beautiful lights in the sky
Or maybe just a cold sunrise.
and a bunch of clouds.
And coffee. All right, so we're up here on deck 19. It's cold.
And we were not the only ones. There's another guy up here looking.
But what are we missing?
Northern Lights. However, priceless view of the stars. It's gorgeous. It's partly cloudy, partly clear. A lot of clear though, so we still have hope. Sunrise isn't for 2 hours, but it's already kind of lightening up over there.
Yeah.
But it's so pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh, we'll pop up a picture so you can see the view. Currently,
We're on the hunt for coffee because it's cold up here. We'll shake, a rattle and roll, yeah, shake, a rattle and roll.
it's hard to see on the camera, but even like all the clothes are swinging. We're moving. I'm standing still. You're shaking. Let's go see what it looks like outside.
Let's do it.
Because this is exciting. It's just as exciting as Northern Lights when you have rough passage, right?
Sure.
We love it. Well, they have the decks all closed off. But it doesn't really look that rough. It feels rougher than it looks because it's windy. You never know. There's 2 factors, wind and swell. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other, sometimes it's both. Supposedly it's both today. It's supposed to be up to about 16-foot waves and 50-mile-per-hour winds. So we'll see. That's like off and on all day. Here's where we're at right now, in the morning, on our way to Allison. How much have you had to drink already? It's only like 10 a.m.
Stop.
Absolutely magnificent power of the sea. rough seas, just the beauty of it. Wow. These are some pretty good sized swells. Incredibly beautiful.
The captain just came on and told us that Alson is also canceled because of weather.
It's even going to be rougher to get there than it is now, and we would get back to Southampton late.
Yeah, so it's going to be another sea day tomorrow, and we'll see what happens.
So we have 3 sea days before we get to Southampton now instead of any ports.
Right.
Which is fine, and he said it'll clear up a lot because he's going to turn around and go south right now.
Yeah, just
So-
because it's so rough, and he's just not.
And there's like another storm coming in up ahead of us. It's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
No.
It's not fun for anybody, and then you end up not even being able to get off anyway, so what's the point? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so too bad we'll miss that. But
I wonder what happens with the Northern Lights.
I don't know. If we get into less stormy areas, maybe the sky will clear up.
Maybe.
Let's hope. We're rocking.
Now it's smooth as can be.
You have to hold on to walk around trying to get food in the buffet. It doesn't even look that rough outside, though.
No, it's not that rough. Look at that. It looks smooth and beautiful.
I know. How can it be so rough in here? It keeps going in phases. Oh, I'm rocking hard again. Wanna go play games? What was that about?
I don't know. About threw me out of my chair though.
Oh my gosh, it just totally wiggled, and you heard tons of glass break.
All right. So all sorts of fun things have happened. We're no longer going to Alson. We're going back to Le Havre, which is France. So our search for the Northern Lights is quickly coming to an end.
Yeah, the further we get closer to France and the UK, we lose that
likely.
chance. But my little app just said that the next hour has high chances and that today is particularly high. It's a 5 kp rating. There is a full moon. We can see it though, so that's kind of a good sign. There's at least not clouds everywhere.
And we are going to go look at it without our heavy coats on and hats. So you know we ain't going to be out there very long either way.
Yeah, so hopefully it's there, but if it is, we're gonna have to come down and get dressed properly and go up without wine and
I'm being healthy. I'm having
with a
iced
hat.
tea. Let's go.
All right. Tim said that's how we should be dressed, but in case you're wondering, no one has been dressed like that. The most we've seen is puffy jackets, right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And big hats.
Yep.
Okay, so there's the beautiful moon. It's really not that cold out.
Yes, it is cold.
It's very clear, but it's not really very dark.
It's cold.
Gosh, look at how clear it is. Not straight up, I think those are clouds, but this area, except it's so light out, we'll have to come back later. Well, it's very windy, as you can see from my hair. I changed my mind. It is freezing cold out there. It just takes me a minute, I guess. It's cold.
It's cold.
And windy.
It's cold.
And it's still rough. We're kind of rocking around here. Yeah.
20 in the summer.
So right now we're just wandering through Le Havre. We went and saw Notre Dame Cathedral, which is super duper old, like originally way back to the 1600s. You can hear right now we're walking next to a school, which is what we like to do, just wander about. We're in a neighborhood. There's apartment buildings, school. Kind of seeing what it's like here. The trees lining it with the vines are really pretty. We're trying to find the cathedral that's like a giant tower.
Yep, right over here.
And we're very close. And then we're gonna go to the Museum of Modern Art, Malraux, which is the largest collection of Impressionist paintings in France outside of Paris. So that's kind of exciting, isn't it?
I do like a good impressionist.
Says the man who tries to make impressions all the time. He's not even sure what it means. There you go.
Wow.
Just kidding. Anyways, so what do you think of this town?
You know, I like it. It basically got destroyed during World War II, so most of the architecture around here is going to be post-World War II. So,
Yeah.
it looks a little Long Beachy in a weird way, but I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like what you would imagine it would be if you read historical fiction or history. You know, it just it's new.
Yeah.
It's pretty much new. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not like a place I go to and I'm like, oh, I really want to come and stay here. But for a cruise port, it's fine. What do most people do when they come to this cruise port? They don't wander around Le Havre.
No, so this is the gateway to Paris. So you can take a 2.5-hour train to Paris, or you can take a 2.5-hour train to Normandy. I think it's 2.5 hours.
No, I think Normandy's closer. I think to Normandy you have to take an excursion.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the two main things done out of Le Havre.
But they're both pretty far. And the train to Paris, by the time you get there and you get back, you only have like 3 or 4 hours there. It's not
Right.
very long.
Yeah, because you got to catch a train out of there at like 3.
Yeah, these
At the
things are a
latest.
little risky, so be careful. The excursions are super expensive though, so DIY is cheaper. So,
Yep.
you know, gotta judge for yourself.
Aye.
All right. Okay, so there's also a little town you can take a shuttle to or a taxi. It's called Honfleur, Honfleur, something like that. Close enough. Anyways, it's like more what you're imagining if you want like a quaint little French town that looks real cute and old and has the shops and cafes. And if you want that, you might enjoy that town. This town also has what looks like a beautiful garden called Hanging Gardens, but it is a little farther away. So like from here, it's another 40-minute walk. It was already probably a 20 to 30-minute walk from the ship into this center of town. This is St. Joseph's behind me. You can see it almost looks like a lighthouse rising above. So this was done when they rebuilt the town by a guy, his last name is Perret, P-E-R-R-E-T. And so it looks interesting. We're gonna go check it out. But also they have here in town like a flat that's redesigned in the style it would have been during that time when he was designing things. So if you're into that, it's another thing to do. There are things to do here.
Hey, don't forget while you're walking into town, the beautiful container art. Who knew the French could paint a bunch of containers, put them together, and make beautiful art? I think it's more of an arch. Here's a picture.
So we're walking along and Tim just hugs me and he says, this is too good to not share. What did you say, dear?
I said, it's really good not to be, it's really good not to be French because at my age, it's expected to have a mistress. And Kathy, you are just more than enough for me. You're about all I can handle.
So cliche, darling, so cliche. So these are supposed to be all stained glass windows on the way up. We'll see from the inside. Stained glass.
So this church was built after World War II as a war memorial for about 5,000 people of this city that died during the bombings of World War II. So it's kind of got that war memorial aspect to it, and it was designed in a brutalist style, which makes it really different than most churches that you'd ever come across. The other thing that it did is it was kind of like a beacon of hope for this place to really, as they rebuild and start over again after World War II.
So we seem to be in the main central district area, central business area of the city. There's a tourist bus going around, so we must be. Tim's shopping for, what is this? Makeup? Oh, a hearing aid.
What?
You could actually use a hearing aid, dude.
Wow.
We passed a lot of different kinds of like regular local businesses and a couple of delicious looking bakeries. Lots of hair salons. We got seagulls. We don't know what this is. These big funnel type structures.
In the cruise destination talk, the lady said that it is used for their theater, for doing concerts and that type of stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're just gonna keep walking down here where the number of people seems to be picking up. We're more inland from the cruise port now, looking for this big central market and a place to sit down and have a little bite or drink or something. Looks like a gourmet fantasy in here. That's interesting. Coffee. Crepes? No way. We've been looking for a crepe place. And look! Yay! Now we know what we're doing first.
Making the lady happy.
We're having some crepes. Oh, they got all kinds of yummy stuff here. This place is called Leroy. So we had fantastic quiches, and we're eating a gigantic crepe with butter and sugar on it that we've been eating a bunch of. There's just a little bit left. Cappuccino, total about $16 US, which is like the price of getting one little thing in most of the restaurants outside. And we have comfortable chairs, fantastic food, so this has been a real win. It's a small market area, and it does seem like in the middle of the day a lot of the stalls close down for a few hours, so a lot are closed. But boy, if you want a charcuterie board, this place has every ingredient you could possibly put on a charcuterie board. Of town is really more cute. Like they have hotels and lots of restaurants and bakeries and shops, so the more touristy area, but cute. It's very much a working port here. Lots of fishing boats and the smell to accompany them.
Well, as you can see, we are back in good old sunny England. It's beautiful in October, isn't it?
But we want to talk to you about our search for the Northern Lights, because that's what this two-part series really was about.
Absolutely.
And so I guess you've kind of gathered by now, after watching part 2, that the weather went a bit awry. We weren't able to dock in a couple places.
Yeah, Lofton Islands.
We did have a lovely time in Havre, France.
Oh, we did.
But we are not going to see any Northern Lights here. That's for sure. So that search is done.
But if you saw part 1, you were able to really see what we did accomplish and see.
And it was totally worth it. It was amazing. Obviously, if you're doing a search for Northern Lights cruise, there's no guarantees on the weather. If you go to places where Northern Lights are, there's no guarantees on weather. We're heading to Antarctica in a few months.
Southern Lights?
Google says no. Google says it's summer, and so we won't see them.
We'll look.
We'll look, of course. And we'll look for whales and orcas. So that's something that surprised us about Norway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't see a lot of wildlife. There was, we did see one pod of dolphin whales or something like that.
That was off of Iceland.
Yeah, that wasn't even on this trip.
On our first leg of our cruise, not on the Norway leg that we've showed you. So you don't do it for the wildlife.
A few birds.
The Northern Lights is, don't make this a super expensive bucket list kind of thing because you want to see them, because the chances are good that you might not, or you might kind of partially see them, I guess is how I would describe it. I'm holding out for the multicolored, right in your naked vision Northern Lights, and doggone it, I'm going to see them before I die.
So that is a bucket list hunt that we are still going to be on.
Yes, but I will never pay a fortune to go to a place where they have it, because it's very sketchy. I think it's one of those things you have to get lucky. But that said, Norway was worth it anyways. We had a great time, and we enjoyed seeing what we did see of the Northern Lights, which was way more than we'd ever seen before. Which was previously nothing.
And we got to see a few cool ports that we would never actually just go stay at, but it was kind of neat to see them.
It was nice to do it on a cruise, because these are expensive places to get if you're just going one-off to a bunch of remote areas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it as a nomad, and that's who this video is aimed at, I guess. Long-term travelers like us. If you want to go and you want to rent a car and drive all around Norway, you could do it that way. I think your best chance for Northern Lights, obviously, is more remote areas that are not light, and you want to go when there's no full moon.
Absolutely.
I think that's kind of what killed our chances on the last couple supposed opportunities. So, anyways, we hope you saw part 1. We're sorry if you're disappointed with the chase in part 2, but we're filming this stuff live. We're not like
that's what happens.
Waiting to see what happens first.
What we really want to say is thank you for tasting life with us. Now get out there and taste life for yourself.